सांसद हो गई हाँ प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ बैठा था इराक के ऊपर हमला किया है इराक के प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने आज की बैठक भी बुलाई है और इसके साथ ये जो वॉर है
Okay, guys. So in the last class, we are discussing about the data cleaning process. So let us continue with the data cleaning and let us complete the data cleaning today. And in the last class, already I told you that first we have to observe and later we have to extract and finally we have to treat. So while treating, you are going to treat how you can treat the wrong data already we have discussed. And if you have to treat them, while treating them, if first you have to extract them, you know the code for extracting and you know the code for replacement, right? Now coming back to this particular one. Okay, let's take one more time the same example of this one. Now, whenever first after treating the wrong data only, after treating the wrong data, what are the wrong data you are having? When you have observed there is some kind of wrong data. Okay, while observing the wrong data itself, we'll observe in this way. For example, the unique values, what are the unique values we are having? Just let me clear the outputs. Okay, first we are going to observe the wrong data here. And while observing the wrong data itself, we'll observe clearly like this. Some of the values will be correct only, but data type wise they'll be wrong. So these things are simply by modifying. No need to ask the backend team that string is there, that one is there. No need to ask. Just here we can clearly observe this. There is a wrong data type wise. These two values are in the wrong data type wise, and this value is purely wrong. Each column cannot have the SRK, or sometimes you'll get the dots, question marks, or something like this. In that case, whenever you are getting the wrong data, in that case, then only you are going to check the backend team. But these values simply we call it as wrong data type, and we are going to convert to correct data type. What are the correct data type is there and everything, right? And just we are going to simply replace the 20 string 20 with the normal 20 and string 19.4 with the normal 19.4. No need to ask the backend team or no need to cross check or anything. No need to do, right? Now, so here, as I've already told you in the last class, what is the first priority has to be given and what is the second one, what is the third one in the sequential order and everything. Now, and I also have told you how to. Now, what are the options to treat the wrong data, guys? What are the options? For example, this one only is there. This is the wrong data. Now, tell me what are the options to treat the wrong data? Two options I have told you. Option number one is
remove and replace.
So first option is remove. For example, if you have to remove, and of course 20 and 19.4, these two I will not remove. I'll remove maximum SRK only. Now, in order to remove this SRK, what are the SRK you are having? In order to remove this one, what you are going to do? What is the code we have to write to remove this individual? What is the code? df dot log of what is the row name? 3 and what is the column name? Age. So this one, if you want to replace, sorry, this is not the code for dropping. What is the code for dropping, guys? df dot drop. Perfect. df dot drop index is equal to 3. So you are going to write the row name. What are the row name is there? That is nothing but index name you are going to write and you are going to drop. So this column will be dropped. Now balance these two, you have to replace. How to replace these two? If you have to replace, what is the code for replacing? So df.log, and inside that you are going to use the column row names are 6 and 8. Column name is age, and you are going to write right side the new values 20 and 19.4. As an example, I am showing, but generally wrong data type order we are having like this, we are not going to convert. Example wise, I am showing. Whenever we want to replace what is the code, if you want to remove what is the code. And for example, if you are having the multiple wrong values are there, okay, you are having the multiple wrong values. And in that multiple wrong values, you want to replace statistically. Then what is the code? whatever the wrong values are there, you are going to extract the wrong values by using the log only. Whatever wrong values are there, like 6 comma 8 or 3 comma 6 comma 8, three of them, comma age. What are the wrong values are there? Right side, you are going to fill with the statistically. How to replace with statistically means right side, you are going to write the df of age dot mean. When you write dot mean, first right side part will be calculated and that value will be replaced here and it is going to fill here. And if you write df of age of dot median, so median will be calculated and that will be replaced here. And df of mode, if you want to have the mode, df dot mode, and that mode value will be replaced here. So if you want to replace statistically, this is the one. If you want to replace with your own values, this is the one. Same left side, first you have to extract, right side you have to write. And if you want to remove df dot drop, and you are going to write the index is equal to 3, like this. Is the points are clear, guys? So every option code is clear now for wrong data. Next, let's move on to the, so here in my case, okay, so in my case, just what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to write the code for dropping. First one, df dot drop, and inside the drop index is equal to 3. Basically, I should not drop. Why I'm dropping here? This is an example. I'm just showing the options only. Okay, clearly I'm writing that one. When you have to drop, already I told you the that one separately. If you want to drop, then code. Okay, if you want to drop, then this is the code where you are going to write in place is equal to true, so that it is going to store in the original one. Okay, in place is equal to true. Now like this, you are going to drop. Once you have dropped, this is your df. After dropping, this is your df. Now balance, what are the two of them are there? If you want to replace, this is the code. The code for replacing, the code for the dropping. If you want to replace. Okay. And here I'm going to replace like this, 20 and 19.4. Actually, in this case, since I'm having the less number of records, I should not drop generally. But I'm showing you the code because if I start for only by taking, if I had taken one data set and for that particular data set, which is the right options, if I do only that one, what about the remaining options? For every data set, every option is not applicable now. And for this data set, only which are applicable if I show, what about the remaining options? So that is the reason I'm showing here all the options. What are the options are there? Every option I'm showing. All possible options I'm showing you. Right? Now, next coming to the, first you are going to check the missing values. And you are going to extract the missing values. What are the missing values? And here you are going to have the row name of 2. If you have to drop again, what is the code? What are the options are there for the missing values? Miss, one is either remove, second one is replace. So if you have to remove, then you are going to write like this, df dot drop, and you are going to write. Now, if you don't want to drop, if you want to continue, then you are going to write right side with the how to replace the missing values with some mean or median or something. Miss, you are going to replace like this. That is df of age dot fill na. The formula is fill na. Fill na means fill the null values. It is going to fill the null values. Wherever the null value is there, it is going to fill all the null values like that. Okay, is the point is clear, guys? Everyone. So it is going to fill like this and you are going to get the df like this. So here it is going to fill the value. What the value is that was filled. Okay, here earlier it is none, it was filled. Sir, my question is, earlier you have dropped the 2, right? Again, how you got the 2 here? But after dropping, I have not saved. I have written that one, but I have not saved. Since I have not saved, here the option is available. If I have saved there itself, how I can fill the null values? Already I have deleted now. For deleted one, any one only will be there. Either this will be there or this will be there. Both will not be there. Right? This is the for the missing values. For missing values, how to fill the missing values? You are going to write the missing values, fill NA, and inside that you are going to write the number. Sir, what is this number, sir? This number I have written here, direct my number. For example, you want to write the mean value. You want to replace with the mean. Then in that case, how you are going to replace with the mean? Here, first you are going to calculate the, okay, df of age. Wherever the age column is there, df of age dot mean. So now first inner to inner bracket, that is mean value will be calculated. That mean value will be filled in the missing values, and after filling the missing values, it will be stored in the same column. Is the point is clear? So if you want to replace with mean or median or any single value of your choice, okay, something, then you are going to write. So first it will calculate the mean. Sir, could you recalculate one more time? Miss, already see. Now tell me guys. Okay, I'm having 1, 2, missing value, 5, 10, 15, something. Now I already replaced with the 23. Now after replacing with the 23 and I have saved. Saving also completed. Saving also completed. Now again you are writing with the calculate the mean value. Now mean value will be calculated with the 23 or without 23? With 23 because already I have saved, right? If I have not saved, it will not be calculated. Now it will be calculated with 23. Assume with 23 I got the average value. What the average value is there? 18 I have got. Let's take. And I ask it to replace. Where it has to fill? Missing value, fill NM is fill the missing value. Here missing value not there. Nah. Already I have replaced with the 23 and I executed the code. Again if I am asking to replace with 18, from where it will replace? Point is clear? So that is the reason whenever you are trying to show the multiple options to the students, you should not save that one. When I am executing personally myself, I will automatically save. When I am executing with the students, I should not save generally. Why I should not save means this is the problem. If I save, I cannot show the second option. Is the points are clear? Now, next. So in order to replace with the mean, this mean will be calculated and that mean will be filled inside that column. Wherever the missing values are there, all the missing values will be filled. Not only one, any missing value. Sir, for example, assume this is the X, sir. In this 1, 2, missing value, 5, missing value, 6, missing value, 8, 10, something you are having. Now you have written the df of X dot mean. How the mean will be calculated? Mean will be calculated as 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. Denominator, okay sir, denominator. Denominator will be included with missing values, sir. Without missing values, sir? No. It will calculate only the values which it has included. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So divide by 6. So 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 6, 14, 14 plus 8, 22, 22 plus 10, 32, 32 by 6. 32 by 6 means which is equal to 5.4 approximately. I'm not writing exact number, approximately 5.4. Now if I ask df of X dot fill NA of 5.4, if I write directly 5.4, it will fill with the 5.4. Or if I write, instead of writing in the two separate lines, I'm writing here only the mean. So first what it will calculated? Internal value, and that internal value will be replaced with the 5.4 and fill NA. Fill NA is for this particular column. What the column name you have given, in that column name, wherever the missing values are there, it will replace with the 5.4. Okay. Sir, for example, assume here y also is there, okay, and missing values asked is like this only, and y also is there where gender, this is male, male, female, missing value, male, female, missing value. Now instead of writing the df of X, if I write df dot fill NA, I have not cited the column, I have cited directly the df dot fill NA. Df means what? Table. In the table, wherever the missing values are there, fill with this mean value. So in this, wherever the missing values are there, 5.4, 5.4, 5.4, this one also 5.4 and this one also 5.4. In the entire table, all the values will be replaced. So entire column you want, entire table you want to replace, or no? First you have to separate the individual column. For this particular column only, you have to fill the fill NA. Otherwise, what happens? It is going to fill the entire table. DF means table. DF of X means selected column. Sir, if I select the inside the X comma Y, means for those two columns only, it will fill the with these values. Like that, whatever you have selected here, you selected here, for that selected area, in that missing values will be filled. In that missing values available miss. Missing values are not available miss, though it has calculated also no use. Is the point is clear? It is not replacing, it is filling. Replacement is different, filling is different. Fill means if not available only, it is going to fill. Otherwise, it will not fill. Is that clear, guys? Missing values is clear. Next, let us go into the after the missing values. Now let us move on to the next one is called as duplicates. What are the duplicate records are there? Same. Wherever the null values are there, if you want to drop the null values, exactly. Good question, guys. I have missed that one. Now, so I'm going back slightly again. I'm going back, or I'm going to copy the same thing, the data frame. For my next example, this example I have taken for the wrong data. So one more example I am taking for the missing values. In this missing values, I am not going to have this wrong data, because missing value treatment should be done only after the wrong data was completed. You cannot do before. Why we cannot do before, sir? Because the reason is, if you want to calculate the mean, for example, this is your DF. And if you want to calculate the mean like this, in the same way, if you want to calculate, it will throw the error. The mean will not be calculated, because SRK cannot be included in the mean now. That value is there, right? So that wrong data cannot be included. So first you are going to check the missing values. First you have to treat the wrong data. After treating the wrong data only, then only you can treat the missing values. For example, this is 20 as it is, and I'm going to add here missing value. Let us add some missing value here. Okay, now this is our data, and number of missing values are these are the two missing values are there. Now, first one is how to remove the missing values, all the missing values, how to remove at a time. df dot drop NA. We are having the drop NA. What is meant by drop NA? Drop NA means it will drop the, wherever the missing value is there, that particular row will be dropped. That row will be dropped. So whenever you are having the missing values and you don't want to refill that one, then you are going to simply use the drop NA. Left side, write the variable name. I am not writing the variable name. Reason behind that is I cannot use that one more time. If I save it, I cannot use for the second option. Or I am writing left side new data frame, so that the old one will be as it is like that. Okay, if you want to replace, if you want to drop the missing values, you are going to drop. If you want to fill the missing values, then you are going to write like this, and this one also I am not going to save. If you want to replace statistically, you are going to fill like this. So wherever the missing values are there, this value, this is missing value and this is missing value. These two values are filled with the statistically with the mean. Is the point is clear? Everyone? And sir, but two missing values I want not to replace with the same value, sir. This one I don't want to replace with the same value. This has to be replaced separately with separate value. This has to be replaced separately with separate value. Then don't write the fill NA. Fill NA means in that particular column, wherever the not available is there, everything will be considered here. Then individually you have to, this one you want separately. tf.log, inside the log you have to take the row name as 2 and the row name as 8, and age is this one. Now what are the values you want to fill? Write those two values like this, and that is replacement. Fill NA means inside that column, whatever the missing values are there, everything will be filled. So for example, this is missing value, this is missing value, missing value, missing value. Okay, This single one I want to replace separately. These three of them I want to replace with the constant value. Write two lines. First one you fill the single one. What are the single one is there? First you replace that single one. After single one was completed, balance three of them you use the fill any. Okay, single value directly go with the fill any. Wherever the missing values are there, it will replace with that. Is the points are clear? Just it cannot be completed in a single line. It has to be used with the multi lines. Rows. 30% of the missing values. I told you that drop the column. For dropping the column, already you know the code. Df dot drop columns is equal to age. And this will drop the columns. You know how to calculate the percentage, you know how to drop the column. So these are all the different scenarios. Based on that scenario, you are going to apply accordingly. Sorry?
He can mean in the not a legal. About that, index, the legal one, data is not a legal. Then we are missing me. After then, we are for that one is 5.
What are the missing values?
Missing values, suppose we are calculating me and then we are taking the age.
Yes.
Again, we are going to calculating me and we are again fixing the second which is not available.
Tell me first data. I didn't understand your question properly.
Okay. 103 is 103 age is not available.
Okay.
And 109 is age is not available.
Yes.
First of all, we are going to fill the data inside the 103 mean value.
Okay.
And after that, we are going to again calculate mean value with the one.
Mean value will remain same now. For example,
103 after 103.
that is only I am saying. Hold. For example, 1 missing value, 2 missing value, 3. Okay. This is your data set. Now what you are saying is first you have to calculate the mean and that mean has to be filled here. Again recalculate the mean, again fill here. That is the only point, right? Now first to fill this one, what is the mean of this? 1 plus 2 plus 3 divided by 3. What is the mean? That is 6 by 3, which is 2. Now I am going to fill here 2. Up to here, okay na? Now if I recalculate the mean, 2 only will be the answer. Understood?
Yes.
8 by 4, 2. After filling here, one more missing value is there. Again, if I recalculate this one also, again it will be 2 only. That is only mean. Right? So, next. So, like this, you are going to replace the missing values, guys. Once whatever the missing values are completed and replacement or remove or anything as per your choice. So, generally replace you get if original data you have received. If original data received means then replace. Go with the df.log. When you receive that, you replace. If not received, then df.fill any. Right? If you have to remove df.drop any. 3 options. Everything is clear now? Next, coming to the duplicates. Now, first you are going to observe in your data set duplicate records. So here you are not going to set the single column. We are not going to check the duplicate records for the single column. The duplicates will be selected. For example, here one of the person name is Siva is there. One more person is also Siva is there. One more person is SRK. One more person is Krishna. Now, if you ask name wise duplicate, automatically Siva, multiple student names Siva will be there. So obviously, here we should not consider this one as a duplicate. For example, a roll number is there. For first Siva, roll number is 101, 102, and for 103 and 104. And now how these both the students are having a different roll number now. 2 student names are Siva and Siva. How these are called as duplicates? They are not called as duplicates. For example, if this person is also having the same 101 roll number and along with the Siva, then only it is called as duplicate record. Otherwise, it is not called as duplicate. Sir, for example, instead of having the roll number like this, assume there is a age column. Now 24, 24, 28, 26, something you are having, sir. Now in this case, when you apply the duplicates, we got this one as a duplicate record. Now what to do? Now that is the reason we ask it to extract. Now you apply the common sense. Now there is a possibility of two student names with the Siva along with the same age. Is there a possibility will be there or no possibility will be there? Possibility will be there. When there is a possibility, are you going to say that this person is duplicate record and you are going to remove? No. In this case, what we have to do? Keep the duplicate as it is. You cannot remove like that. So you have to remove or you should not remove means first you have to observe. If instead of age column, here roll number column is there miss? Different. Phone number column is there miss? Different. Because two students cannot have the same phone number. Two different students cannot have the same number. Both are same student only. Okay, two different students cannot have the same phone number. Two different students cannot have the same email ID. But for example, here father name is there. Two students can have the same father name along with their names also same. That is possible. For example, one family, one father is there. For his two sons are there. Two of them he has kept Siva only. Is there anything wrong? Nothing. So there is a possibility of that. When there is a possibility, you cannot say as duplicate. Sir, for example, there is a total bill, sir. Bill amount. One person bill amount is 100 rupees and he has given the tip amount of 10 rupees. Another person also has made 10 rupees and tip of 10 rupees. Possibility of duplicate is there? Both are same persons or different persons, sir? Maybe different persons. How you can say same person? How much probability is there for the same person? Same amount of probability is there for the other person also. So here we should not consider this one as duplicate and we cannot remove. But for example, date and time. For example, you are having here date. Date is one person has done the total bill of 100 rupees and given the tip amount and the date is 29/7/2006. On the same date, one more person also has given the same way. Possible or not possible? Possible. Now at 10:20 and this is also at 10:20 exactly. Now it is possible. Now this is not possible. In the same minute, how the two bills will be generated with the same amount and same tip? That is possible. And with the same seconds also. Now this is called as what? Duplicate record and this has to be removed now. Like that every case to case. Here father name is one case, roll number is one case, mobile number is one case. What is the other columns? Along with that you have to observe. Blindly we should not drop the duplicates. Really they are duplicates or non-duplicates are. First we have to observe. For example, here I have got the duplicates. And here I am going to observe the how many number of duplicates are there. First I am going to observe. When I have observed there, one duplicate record is there. First I am going to extract which is that record. Okay, I am going to extract. Now, here one of the record having the 105 with 15. So there is one more record also 105 with 15. So if I scroll up, you can see here 105 with 15, two records are there. Now tell me, two students can have the same ID with the age. Age is okay. Age, two students will have the same age. That is okay. But say two students can have the 105, roll number of 105. That is not possible. Since it is not possible, here we are going to drop the duplicates. Understood the logic? So here we are going to drop the duplicates and what are the duplicate records are there? We are removing that. Which are the duplicate record is there that we are removing. Now again, if I print here, you are seeing that missing values are not filled. Why? Because I have not saved earlier. So above I am slightly moving up. And here what are the missing values are there? I am filling the missing values in the original column. In place is equal to true wherever it is applicable, you can write. Then automatically that will be applied on the original data automatically. Okay, wherever it is applicable, you can use. This is about the duplicates. The duplicates are also clear, everyone? About missing values, about this one. So in the duplicates, in the case of duplicates, what we have to do? Only two options are there. One is, if you feel that it is a non-duplicate record, then you have to keep as it is. So two options are there in the duplicates. What are the two options? One is remove, one is retain as it is. For remove, what is the code? df dot drop duplicates. This is the code for the remove. For retaining, keeping asterisk, for that code will not be there. If you don't do anything, automatically by default it will say. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone understood? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now, here again a good question is there. One of the student is asking a very good question. Basically, whenever there is one of the column, assume there is one column called as primary key. What is primary key? In that non-duplicate will be there. No duplicates will be there. At the same time, all unique values. I mean, non-duplicate means obviously all unique values with non-null. Okay. Now, whenever the table consists of a primary key, never you will get the duplicate. Never you will get, because at least this value will be different. Huh? Minimum one value is different in the entire row also. Automatically, that never you will get the duplicate. Now, in that case, what we have to do? Okay, here you have to remove the primary key first, and after removing the primary key, you have to observe the duplicates. Sir, for example, which type of primary key has to be dropped? You cannot drop all the primary keys. For example, the primary key for roll number is there. Roll number primary key you cannot drop. Okay, that is already assigned to the every person. ID numbers you cannot drop. Number will be something like this, or like a serial number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For example, in this class only, one of the student what he has done is, okay, I'll tell you with an example. Directly, I will tell you with an example. One of the student, he has paid for the classroom. He has enrolled for the classroom, and he has given his name as Siva, and his roll number was assigned. Automatically in the table, they will assign some roll number. Na? So they have assigned us some serial number 24. And what is the course he has registered? They have written course name, and it is Gen A. And what is the amount they have paid? 25,000. They have written like this, where in the classroom in one table. In the Excel sheet, they have written. Like that, remaining students also they have written. One by one, all the student names they have written. And after calculating the total, here in the, for example, total 10 students has registered assume. 10 students. For 10 students, what is the amount they have collected? 2,50,000. Okay, it is like this. Now there is one more table for your batch only. One more table. This is online students records. This is online students. There they have given the separate serial number 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. This student, after paying the classroom initial for 1 week or 10 days, later he went to the hometown. And he has felt that I can attend even this one also online. Now he has contacted the online admin. And for online admin, what he has done, he has given his name one more time. Same student, Siva. He has shown the same fees receipt and he has given the same amount there also. Online student, online admin has entered that details also in the Excel sheet. These details are there, that details are there. Both of them they have entered. After entering the both of them, here also they have got, for example, here 10 students are there. 10 students are there means 2,50,000. Now what is the total amount collected? 2,50,000, 2,50,000. Total amount is 5 lakhs. But if you are cross checking means we are having the money is only 4,75,000. Because one student has repeated his name only 2 ways. And when we combine these two also, since the serial number is different for this, serial number is different for this, we are not getting the duplicates. These duplicates are not available. Now what they are doing in this case, this was happened 3 years back story. In Naresh IT 3 years back story, this is same thing which is happened really. Not for Gen A course, some other course. Okay, now the student, they have given the same fees receipt, they have shown the same fees receipt and everything as this, and they have shown. This student has not done voluntarily. He don't want to cheat. Unexpected, he don't know now in Naresh IT what is the backend, how, why they'll write like that. Separate Excel sheets they'll maintain, same sheet they'll maintain. How he knows? He will think that maybe here, earlier the word offline might be there, it will be replaced with the online now. He will assume in that way. How he knows that 2 separate tables will be there? That is not the student's mistake. That is problem with the Naresh IT only. Then, but at the same time, Naresh IT cannot able to keep the both of them at a time because they are having the multiple batches, this much, that one, and software is not developed. Like this, the problem used to be there. Now they came with the solution. Okay, this is not the solution. Then they want the one unique value other than this one serial number. What is that unique value? Is bill number. For every bill, they have given one unique value. Now, though you have removed the serial number also, still if you check the duplicates, wherever the bill number is set, we can identify that duplicate. Understood? So they have identified one new one which is called as bill number. That is common everywhere. Naresh IT has done very lately, but that is common wherever in the top like showrooms or companies everywhere will have. So sometimes we'll not focus only on the serial number. By dropping the serial number, we have to observe there might be situations. That situations, everything situation will come to the project to project. If I have told you Naresh IT example, without bill number, I have told you this example, so this situation is different. If I have told you in the starting only the bill number, serial number only not required right now. Understood the logic? If you have removed the serial number and if you see Siva is 2 times is there, two different students are same student 2 times are, we don't know. We cannot conclude like that. Maybe 2 separate students. Classroom Siva is different, online student Siva is different. Points are clear. So everything, every example is a unique example. Every scenario is a unique scenario. You have to observe the data, then you have to decide. That is the reason for every example I'm saying, if this is the case, what you will do? If this is the case, what you will do? I'm changing the example to example now. Multiple examples we are discussing here. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? Duplicates, removal of duplicates are also clear. How to remove the duplicates and how to cross check the duplicates. Your question is clear now? Index names will be assigned automatically. Index names should not be selected. Index names is separately only for the pandas, not for the data set now. In the Excel sheet, index names will not be there, right? Suresh Babu. Index names is exclusively for this. Pandas. When you load the data, they have added the index name concept. Is that clear? Now, finally, we are having the next one. After this, what is the next one we are having is, so these are all the same. Okay. Print, so different batches now, different examples. I have written the same code for multiple times. Next comes to the outliers. Last one is outliers. Now in the outliers, we are having this is the data. Okay, what are the data? Whether, sir, you are taking a single column, but in the reality, we get the multiple columns now, sir. If you get the multiple columns, one column after one. If I show you the df of x dot unique, how to check the for second column is df dot y dot unique, like that. One column if I show for 100 columns also same logic one by one you have to apply. Okay, same logic of one by one. Separately we have to do. So first I am going to calculate the Q1 value. Later I am going to calculate the Q3 value. And I am going to calculate the IQR value. And I am going to calculate the whichever lower limit and upper limit. Lower limit value and upper limit value. And what are the lower limit and upper limit values are calculated. And any value for this data set less than minus 4.75 is considered as an outlier. Any value greater than 47.25 is considered as outlier. So here I'm going to extract the data. After extracting the data, now I'll observe for my data set. For example, in this class only again, I'm having the student name, age of the student. Now, different student names are there and ages of the student is one is 24, 22, 22, 24, 25, 22, something is there and one is 54 and one is 49, 22. Now, these two records are outliers. When we calculated the outliers, we got these two values as outliers. Now, what we are going to do in this case? Are we going to say that no, your age is, though you have entered 54, I am going to replace your age? Are you going to replace their age? Are you going to replace their age? It is wrong data, na? It is wrong data means we have to replace. Sometimes what happens, the person age will be 22 only. Data entry mistake will be something like 220. then it is called as wrong age and we have to replace in this case. 220 age will not be there, na? Sir, how you know 228? That is the reason I told you, na. Data cleaning means business problem, domain, and along with your common sense also I have told you, right? Age means, sir, age number 220 not possible, I know. For example, instead of age column, they have given something like WA, something like this they have given. This column name, first time I am listening. Then you have to do a research about that column. What can be the minimum value to what can be the maximum value? For example, you are going to work with one of the column called as BP column. In the BP, generally, what are the BP values are there? One of the person is having a 390, something like this. Sir, BP, generally BP 120, 145, 150, 190, 180, 144, 150, something you are having, 390 also is there. Sir, 390 BP also will be there, no sir, miss? 390 BP is there, miss, first human will not be there, no? The person should not be alive, right? In the real time, the person who is really alive, that person will not have that 390. Even in the emergency room also, this 390 will not be there. Sir, how do you know that one? Check in the Google, sir. That we call it as research. A person is normally alive and a normal BP patient. If the person is called as high BP patient also, what is the maximum limit? If he is having the high BP also, a normal general, for example, I am only having the high BP. Basically, I will, okay, I am going to scold or something, whatever it is, my high BP. I am alive, I am doing normal work means what will be generally my BP? If case of emergency, what would be the BP? For example, up to 190 or 200 also, a normal person, a daily work he can do by having the tablets or medication or something. Once he crosses more than 200, immediately he has to be admitted in the hospital. Once he crosses more than 200. And once he crosses more than 300, first person only will not be alive. BP mission only will not have the maximum number of 300. In the mission only it will not be there. Okay, if you observe the BP missions. So, that how you can know? I am saying clearly, again you have to cross check. Generally what happens, how it can be there or something. Right? Even the similarly sugar levels. What would be the generally the sugar levels? A normal diabetic patient, if you consider even the diabetic patient also, what would be the sugar levels? Means something the levels will be there. Now today only what's happened afternoon when I am checking for my mother what were the sugar levels, she got the sugar levels as 403 in the machine. 403. This is the one value. Okay, if you want I can open the cloud also, I can show the value. Okay, because the values will be automatically stored in the cloud format in my laptop. Okay, now 403 is the diabetic value today afternoon. If it is 403 miss, how should be my mother has to look miss? She should be in the IC. It is an outlier, some wrong data.
1/3
Extreme wrong data. So I have felt what it is a wrong data. So how it is possible? It is not possible. Immediately we have cross-checked one more time. By taking the blood sample, one more blood sample, again we have re-cross-checked and the value was given as 170.
वाइट कलर का क्या फ्रैक्शन?
It is called as wrong data. And in the cloud, I have removed this value and I have replaced this.
1/3 टोटल फ्लैग 1 पार्ट का है,
Right?
तो
I have replaced already.
बराबर
But
कलर.
otherwise, if I don't replace, the average value will be calculated different way, and based on that values, my doctor medication will be changed.
एक फ्लैग को 3
Due to this one wrong value,
तो भागा देना पड़ेगा ना.
average value changes. Average changes means automatically instead of having the tablet of 50 by 500 mg, my doctor will go by 50 by 1000 mg.
Oh, ये 1.
He will change the medication in my tablet. Okay, so values are more critical sometimes for a certain one. Example wise, I am saying this. So in the real time also, whenever the outliers, what are the outliers we are having? First, you have to observe the outliers. Which type of outliers? 54, 49 age of outliers are there? Means really there is students of 54 and 49 age students are sitting in the class. What is the wrong in that age? So in this case, these two has to be retained as it is. Keep as it is like that. Earlier I told you that diabetic, the sugar value, what are the values there? Na? that value 403, whatever we have got, if this is considered as wrong data, so wrong data have replaced. If it is real data also have to include. If it is real only, one more time I have cross-checked. Still it is 403 only. I asked my backend team, what is meant by backend team? Who has tested that? The person I asked and he told that again he has tested and he told that again 403 only service. Immediately my mother has to be shifted to ICU.
करके मैं कभी-कभार लिखता हूँ
Okay, but
नहीं ये मैथ
so
का इधर
whenever you
calculation
observe the
करने के लिए
outlier,
है। कभी-कभार
first we have to
इधर से
understand
dot
that.
हटाना है कुछ लिखना है तो
And according to that, we
उसके
have to
लिए
react.
सम-
अच्छा टेबल्स लिखने के लिए
Understood, guys? Clearly? Everyone?
तो उस दिन मैं टेबल्स पापा तो उस दिन मैं टेबल्स से इधर लिखा था वो
Now, so just if you have to replace, already I told you, if any outlier data, whenever you observe an outlier data, if it is considered as a wrong data, treat as a wrong data. Outlier data is similar kind of wrong data for you. How you are going to treat the wrong data? Same way.
फ्रैक्शन
First priority should be replaced. Replaced with the original data. For example, really your team has concluded this is real data only. Then retain as is. Don't do any modifications.
व्हाट फ्रैक्शन अबर
Okay. Second option. If you have to replace, remove, you can remove. But generally outliers will not be removed. Why? You know the reason behind the outliers remove. Here is the interview question. For example, if you, for example, there is a column. For this column, data values we have there. And inside this, this is an outlier, this is an outlier, guys. Two outliers are there. And we have removed the outliers. And we have checked the one more time. Okay, after removing this one, balance records will be there, right? When we have checked the balance records, again we have got the two outliers. Earlier it is not there.
टोटल नंबर
Now we got the outliers. Again we got the outliers. What is the reason? Anyone can tell? Exactly. But when you are having these values, the Q1, Q2, Q3 values will be different. When you have removed, these values will be recalculated. Fresh values. They are not the old values. According to the latest values, Q1, Q3 will be calculated. New Q1, new Q3 is there means automatically new IQR will come. New IQR comes means new upper limit, new lower limit. So new values will be recalculated. When according to the new values, new outlier numbers will be changed.
द
And you will get. After removing this one also, again you may get the outliers. You may get. Remember this word. You may get. I'm not saying every time you'll get. You may get.
यू आर
So first time, sir, I have observed the outliers, sir. I have removed, sir. Again, I'm getting the outliers, sir. After removing, how I have got some is because after removing and again you have recalculated the Q1, Q2.
इसना कलर्स
CO
With the outliers, Q1, Q2, Q3 values are different.
एल
After removing this, again they are fresh
LOR
numbers.
लिखा होगा देखो ना
नहीं कलर
Is the point is clear?
हाँ,
So sometimes after removing the outliers, again new outliers will be
फ्रैक्शन ऑफ
available. Second time you should not check the outliers. One time only you have to check with the original data. For the original data, you have to remove the outliers. Again, don't fresh recalculate. For clean data, again don't recalculate the outliers because every time you recalculate, every time new value will come.
COLORS बेटा
Okay, is the point is clear here in the outliers concept?
एल ओ आर एस
Next, so here, what are the replace statistically is there?
जबरदस्ती जिद मत किया करो
Generally, missing values are wrong data for everything. For missing values and wrong data. For these two of them, for missing values and wrong data, for these two of them, you are going to replace how? In what way you are going to replace? But if you have to replace statistically, how you are going to replace? With mean or median, you are going to replace. But for outliers, replace statistically should not be done with the mean or median. It has to be done only with the upper limit and lower limit. So whichever the value, for example, here you are having the data points. These are the data points. Okay, these are all the data points. Right side extreme value is called as outlier. Left side extreme value is called as outlier. Instead of replacing directly with the center value, replace with the edge value. This extreme value, right? Basically, very low value. That low value directly bringing into the center position. For example, here 24, 25, 30, 31, 32, 31, 40, something you are having like this. You are having the 2. Now this 2 number replacing directly with the center value is better. 2 number replacing with the 24 is better. So already it is lower value. So comparatively, it should not be as an outlier. So we are replacing this one and we are bringing into the general value. Bringing like this only, one is maybe wrong one. But instead of directly if you are replacing with the center, that number will be still more high, right? So the lower number has to be replaced with the lower limit. Upper side number has to be replaced with the upper limit. Okay, that we call it as in the particularly in this whatever we are having. So replace statistically values which are lower than the lower limit replace with lower limit. Values which are greater than upper limit replace with upper limit. Like this you have to do. Replace statistically you have to do miss in outliers like this. And this concept name is called as Winsorization technique. Winsorization. What is meant by Winsorization miss? Replacing with the lower limit and upper limit instead of replacing with mean or median. And this should be done only for the outliers. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Winsorization technique. Now, everyone, every option is clear. Coming to the wrong data, what are the options? How to treat and what is the code? For missing values, how to treat, what is the code? For extracting, what is the code? For replacing, what is the code? For calculating, what is the code? Everything. And next one is for duplicates. What are the different options of duplicates are there and how to cross check and how to remove them or how to keep them. And for outliers, for all 4 of them, every option we have discussed. How many options are there? Every option we have discussed or anything is missing. You, sir, if this is the case, what I will do? Take some example. Without taking the values and column name and data, you will not understand the scenario. For example, one student will say that, sir, in my data set, some outliers are available, sir. What I have to do, sir? What is the column name? Earlier I told you that column name is sugar, BP, age, something. I am saying the column name now. But without saying the column name, sir, in my data set, some outliers are there, sir. What to do? Column name you not say. What is the outliers? Which are extreme outliers are you are not going to say. And whether they are really possible in the reality or not, you are not saying. Nothing you are saying, but you are asking what to do, miss. If I say that some numbers are there, in that one of the number I got 403 and other numbers in this, sir, I have observed here outlier, what to do? If I ask this question, what is the answer? I didn't tell you what is the column name. I didn't tell you the scenario, I didn't tell you anything. Just I have told you that in the given data set, some outliers are there, what to do? There will be no answer for that. Okay, remember this point very clearly, very, very, very clearly. In the entire data cleaning, what is the point you have to remember? Most important point of the entire data cleaning is okay, what are the list of problems you have observed in the data exploration? You have to solve that problems based on your business problem and along with your domain knowledge with the common sense. If the column name, for example, assume in this, for example, we are having the some sugar values only earlier I told you. If some of the students, as you are the freshers or something, you may not be familiar with the sugar values. I am familiar because in my house there is something patient is there and that is the reason. And recently I came to know multiple parameters due to my mother's health issue or what are the 10 days I have spent in the hospital. At that time, I came to know with the multiple new names, technical words. Before to that, I don't know even those names also. And what is those values and what is that numbers and how that numbers will be there. What is that? Nothing I used to know. Then, whatever the doctor used to say something to me, I used to check in the chat GPT or I used to do some kind of research and I used to identify who is the specialist doctor in this area. and I used to cross verify my reports. I used to collect the reports and I used to go to the another hospital like this. So I have checked with the multiple doctors and cross checked and what to do situation. Okay, in one situation, what happened? Of course, I'm saying completely personalized. Now, what are the personalized? I'm saying whenever we don't know the technical terms,
Papa, MOH.
simply we have to do a good amount of research for that.
महोत्सव
Everyone don't know. Don't know is common, everyone. But
बोलते हैं आज गांधी
solution is what?
महोत्सव है या
Gandhi Mother.
Research for
ये
that.
रंग
Check for that.
महोत्सव है
What are the
होली
values are there?
महोत्सव,
Everything we have to
कुछ
cross check
नया
and we
कुछ
have to
बड़ा
do.
फेस्टिवल
In every case, every family will have the same thing.
Van
Many things we don't know in the reality. How we are going to approach our real life
वैन
problems in
नहीं
the
है
same
वो
way.
वन
Data
महोत्सव
set
है,
also, what all
जंगल
we
में
don't know,
कोई
we have to approach that, we
उत्सव
have to
मना
observe
रहा
that,
है.
what are the possibilities and everything. And based on that, we have to do. Everyone is clear now?
H
Anyone has any questions?
Mar PLA.
Sir, in data explanation, we have to check the percentage of all the wrong data.
Hmm.
Example will give.
Yes. How many questions are available for observation? Every question of observation has to be done in the data exploration. If I ask, what are the question you ask? What is the percentage of wrong data? This is the question. Wrong data question is where it will be available in the raw data. In the raw data, what is the percentage means it is the part of data exploration. Any observation is the part of data exploration of the raw data. In that questions might be any question. Whichever is related to observation, it all comes under data exploration. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Anyone has any questions? Sir, but we don't have the have primary column access to remove from the table. So here, if you are not having the primary access to remove from the table, you are not going to do the data cleaning in the database. You are going to extract the data from the database to Python. Once you have received into the Python, it is different. Is that clear? You are working directly in the database means you not have the permission. But once you have loaded the data into the Python, right? Now,
क्वालिटी चेक.
next, coming to next one. As here one of the student is asking the question, Sakshi is asking the question, explain the duplicates. Duplicates means which is repeated. Whichever is repeated, it is called as duplicate. For example, here you are having the some column name XY, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5, 5, 8, 10, 2, something you are having. Now, entire record should be duplicated. Record means 1, 4 here is there. The same 1, 4 as it is wherever it is available, it is called as duplicate record. Now, this record is not duplicate. First record is never duplicate. Never. Second record will be compared with the first record. Whether all the values are same as it is or not. No, this is also false. So these two are same. No, yeah, I'm not checking with the column wise. I'm checking entire row. In that entire row, I'm checking. Now, third record will be compared with the first record along with the second record. Means every record will be compared to the above how many records are there. To every record it will be compared. Now, this is called as duplicate. As it is, it will be available. Now, come to this one. This is not available. Come to this one. It will cross check with the above 4. Not available. This will compare with the above 5. Not available. So, this is false. This is false. This is false. This is called as duplicate. So now since this is a duplicate record and here we are going to observe the column names. For that particular column names, duplicates are possible or duplicates are not possible. For that particular column names, duplicates are possible means I have to keep as it is. For the given data, duplicates are not possible means I am going to remove it.
तो 1/4.
Sakshi. Is that clear?
अगर मान लो
2/3
है मतलब
Sakshi, your question is clear?
अगर 2/4 है तो 4 में से कोई 2. समझे?
हाँ. Total NUMPE a number
right? Now, so here we are having the next concept called as data transformations. So whenever you are having the wrong data type, okay, for example, earlier you have seen the like this. When you have observed the data types, and here the data types is age is object. Age cannot be object. Either it has to be in the int or float. And I told you that some of the values, this one. Earlier I told you this one is wrong data. Okay, if it is wrong data, what you have to do generally, you have to replace. Now tell me guys, if this is the case only, now how you are going to replace this 32? Are you going to ask the backend team that what is the person at this age? Are you going to ask, or directly by observing here 32, but it is in the wrong data type guys? Are you going to directly clean this one?
Yes.
Directly clean this one. So whenever you are having the some data, okay, some wrong data is there, but that wrong data is also due to the wrong data type only. Value wise not wrong. Data type wise only it is wrong. Okay, let's add like this. So now we are having the three values. Three values are there. Three of them are values wise correct only, but data type wise they are wrong. Just simply by converting them into the correct data type. So here df dot age dot as type. As type means typecasting. So whenever you do the typecasting as type of int, here first one is 23. Int of 20, int of that value. What are the age value you are considering? So it is going to take the int of age. First 23. Int of 23. What is int of 23? 23 only. Second number 25. String 25. Int of string 25. This will be converted as 25. Next 30. Int of 30. So every number will be converted to int of.
Name tree.
As type of int means it will be converted everything to int of. So int of string 32. Int of string 32 means 32. Inst of string 40. Inst of 50. Like that, every value, every single value will be converted to int. Just it is going to apply the for loop for every value. It is going to convert as int, and you are going to get the output like this. And once the output is like this, again, if you cross check your d types, now the d types will be giving us int type. Sir, should I convert into the int only or float means? Now, for example, in the same case, I am going to take like this. This is 30.5. Okay. Now also it is the d types is this one only. Okay, here 30.5 is there. Now if you go with the as type of int, what happens to 30.5? 30 int of 30.5 will be applied and 30 will be coming. So you have to change these three values. These three are in the strings. These three values are in the strings. This one, this one, this one. These three are in the strings. Strings has to be converted to int. But what about this one? Why you converted this one unnecessarily? This one who was, this is correct value only now. This you have to keep as this. You cannot convert this one. You have to convert only these three. So for that, what we are going to do here, instead of converting to int, we are going to use the float. Now automatically every value will be converted to float. And the original value will remain intact. Otherwise, this value also will be changed. Sir, but now this value was changed, no sir, 23 or 23.0, answer is same only now. If you apply the mean also, 23 will not have the 23.0. Now, data type wise was changed, but your original data is as is like that, right? So in the same way, if I remove this one, 0.5 you will miss, right? This original data you are missing now. So here when you have to use the float, when you are having at least one float value is there, here you have to write the float. When there is no float value in your entire unique values, then you have to write here int. Is the point is clear? Int or float? Next,
again है धर D
Lokesh, your question is clear?
DHER.
Lokesh, when you try to convert the string into the float, okay, this is converted, not a problem. But my question is here, 30.5, what, why you are, if I write here, for example, instead of float, if I write here int only, Okay, if I write here int, now what happens? This value was also changed. You have to change this one, this one, this one. This is you are changing. Okay, why you have changed this one?
या फिर दूसरे पेज में बर्बाद नहीं।
नहीं बना
Why you changed this one?
चलिए पढ़ाई और कीजिए ना, आज जो जो चैप्टर
Question is clear?
वो उसको कंप्लीट कीजिए। तो ड्रामा कर रहे हैं।
Age cannot be 30.5 now, sir. Why age cannot be 30.5? Why age cannot be 30.5? Usually forget. If you have received the age like that, possibility is there or not possibility is there? Usually is not considered. Possibility or not possibility? Possibility is there, miss? Then we have to keep. For example, you are having the like number of cars. 0, 1, 1, 1, 2.5, 3, 1, and 1, 1.2, 2, something you are having. Now 2.5 is possible. Possible or not there. Then it is called as wrong data. Point is clear. Possibility only not there means only called as wrong data. Possibility is there means it is not called as wrong data. Right? Done. Coming to the next question, rag rating. If we have alphabetical strings, then what's the case, sir? For suppose we have to extract and replace it. Take an example. Rag rating. Strings means only alphabetical. If we have alphabetical, okay, for example, okay, let us take like this. Okay, something like this. Name, gender, like male, male, female. Okay, here, this you are having here 25, some number of 25. Again, female, something you are having. Now, what is this is called as wrong data type or wrong data?
Wrong data.
Data type or data?
Data.
For example, this is also in the string only. Still, it is called as wrong data or wrong data type.
Wrong.
Forget about data type.
Data.
At least value is correct. Huh?
No.
No, right? Value is wrong. Data type is also wrong. Okay. For example, you are having here 25 only. Value, first value only wrong now. Value wrong means it is called as wrong data. Value is correct, but type wise it is wrong means wrong data type. Understood? Clear, guys? Done. Next, we'll move on to the next one. That is called as encoding. So just we are going to transform the data, convert the data, and while encoding the data, we are having the different types of encoding, and all these things will continue from here in the tomorrow's class. So whatever we have completed till today, please go with that. And in the tomorrow's class, we are going to complete the encoding and scaling. Two of concepts are there, and these two concepts will complete. And with that, data cleaning is also completed. We'll move on to the next. Right? Done. If any questions, please ask.